Hey everyone, it's Lisa. I'm back again today to talk about how to achieve light coverage with Seint cream makeup. This of course is my Seint all-in-one compact makeup. I am going to put my text service number up on the top here so you can contact me directly in order to get your custom color match and get your own custom palette so you could give this makeup a try. So light coverage. I always recommend the blend brush for this. I have a couple of customers who have asked me about light coverage with this makeup and if you could achieve it. Yes. So I am going to show you how I navigate using this blend brush, and I am even going to do color correcting with it. And I always start on my under eyes here. And this is like a very targeted, soft blending. This is my mango. It looks very orange, but it really works to combat the bluish purple that I have under my eyes here. So just tap a couple very, very lightly. And I'd like buff it in almost to the point where it looks like it disappears, but it's still going to color correct for me. And then here on top, and it's virtually undetectable, but as long as I have that counteracting the blue, when I put my foundation on top, it will be covered even better. And as you can see right now, I'm using the smaller side, of course, of this blend brush. I'm going to go into my main, and I always start on my under eyes, but like I've said in my past videos, you will have your own pattern and what the area that you will start with first. And some people start on their cheeks. I like to start around the under eyes, and I even go on my eyelids. I do have eye primer on. I did try the Thank Me Later eye primer from Amazon, and it's from Elizabeth Mott. I will link that down below. That is a very popular eye primer. It has really good reviews, so I'm going to see how this works out for me because I usually use the Balm or one from CoverGirl. Okay, so you can see that I have like pretty light coverage here, and just with this, it seems so dense here on this side, but it is like kind of a fluffy, wispy brush. So it's really nice for buffing, and you can see that it's very small, so I could get into all the little nooks and crannies. And now for my cheeks, because my next spot pattern that I always go to is my cheeks. So I am going to use this fluffy blending side, and this is where you could achieve that light tinted moisturizer look. So I am just going to do a couple of taps in my main shade, and you can see it right here. It's like a very light dusting. And let me see if I could kind of go up a little bit closer so you'll be able to see. And you can tell I have this lovely spot here. And you could build up from here and go a little bit more. You can see it depositing on my skin. But it is such light coverage. This would be really nice like in the summer when people really don't want to feel like they have anything on their skin. I just have like a very light veil. So that's pretty good. I mean, it looks like skin. If I look this way, of course, I have those dreaded dents, but looking straight on, the light is reflecting off of the glow from this makeup. So it really helps. Now, on this side, I'm going to show you if you do have, like how I have these acne scars, if you wanted to punch up the coverage, I would go in with the smaller end and tap into the foundation. And you can see that depositing just like where I have that discoloration. And also I have texture issues here because they're acne scars, so there's little indentations, but I feel like kind of fills them in. And then go to my fluffy side, and then I could stipple. And then around my eyes, I could do kind of like a sweeping motion. And then anywhere else, if I've got any redness. But I feel like my cheeks, if I use a combination of the smaller end and the fluffy end, stipple and sweep on the areas that I don't want to disturb, and I just want a very light veil, it's like the best of both worlds. This is also so fast application, like I'm finished already. And if you wanted to, if you had like a little bit of redness around your nose, sometimes I do, I'll just put like a little bit there with the small side of this blend brush on my nose. And then I could even contour with this as well. Now for the contour, I did pick up another color called Walnut, and I love it. And it's really nice. It's like a very light, this is Tan Lines Bronzer, this is Bella Bronzer, and Walnut is kind of, I wouldn't call it neutral. I feel like it's a little bit on the warm side, but it kind of gives you like this warm, it's very light, and my skin is light, but I feel like for something very subtle, this works really well. So again, I'm using my small side this blend brush. I'm putting my contour line. And then I'm going to flip over to the wispy end and just kind of stipple and feather and kind of softens that line a bit without taking away the definition that I just created. And then again with Walnut, I think I'm going to do a little bit here on my forehead today. Let's see. I usually don't. In my other videos, I've shown, you know, that I don't really necessarily do this because I don't particularly feel like I need to minimize my forehead. Like, you know, it's not something that I really do, but I definitely put bronzer for warmth. But a little bit of this color seems to kind of give me that warmth look, which I like. Now on the bottom of my jaw, I am actually going to go with Ash. So that is a little bit cooler, and I personally like that more for the jawline. And as you can see, the small part of this brush is really amazing for pinpoint, and it could even smooth at the same time. I'm gonna go on this side as well, of course, and a little bit in front of the ear to kind of keep that continuity going, and behind the chin. And then flip over to the other side. And what's really nice about this is when you're going back and forth, you could feel, it feels very feather light on the skin, which is what helps to achieve that like very light coverage, like tinted moisturizer coverage. Okay, so I have a very soft contour line, which is what I'm going for, and a little bit like on my jaw here. And now I'm going to do brightening. And again, I'm going to use the smaller end to do the pinpoint brightening, and I'm going to go into that couple taps. And again, I always go like under the trough for me. I don't put any color that's too light right on my eye bag. Now with my main shade, it's very close to my skin tone, so that actually helps to give me coverage. But for brightness, I never put a super bright color right on the soft tissue. I go like on the orbital bone and like the zygomatic bone right here, which is like the cheekbone. I go up top, and it even kind of cuts the contour line a little bit more too when I do that. So do the other side as well. And just kind of go up against the bridge of the nose, around the area of the cheekbone. And then you start to like migrate it up. And you could even do very light, like wispy motions. And it kind of blends everything together, but it doesn't look so bright under the eye to where it's going to accentuate texture, but you still get brightness though. So that's my trick for that. Now for bronzer. Now, you guys know I love my blush and bronzer brush for bronzer, and it's got that super thick, like fluffy side, but this is wispy enough you could totally do bronzer application with this and get a really beautiful sheer wash finish. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to tap in between tan lines and Bella bronzer. So I've been really liking this combo. And for bronzer, you always kind of layer it like it's laying on top of your cheekbones, like where the sun hits. You could even go like on the bridge of your nose a little bit, go a little bit back and forth and deposit a little bit more. Forehead. And then just kind of start to sweep. I like warmth on the sides of my eyes. Some people like this to be like very bright. Again, you pick your pattern, like however you want to do it. And you could even go like on your eyes, like with the bronzer, give a little bit of depth there with the super fluffy side. And you could even marry this down to your neck. And then just carry it over, and it's such a wispy brush that it's like really easy to glide over the skin. You can even use a little bit more like down here just to kind of marry everything together so it doesn't look odd that you have like a different color chest than your neck and your face. All right, and now I am going to do some blush, and for my blush, I sometimes keep it in a different palette. And this is like all, I have like a whole bunch of like lip and cheek colors here. So let's see, what do I want to do? Let's try Sandstone. That is usually my jam. I love it. It's like a warm terracotta color. And I am actually going to mix it with a gloss, which is Sadie. I'm almost done with it. I love this one so much. So it lightens up Sandstone just a little bit, but I don't mind. I'm gonna do a little bit of tap there. Okay. So Sandstone is kind of like this little terracotta, peachy, you know, kind of color, which I absolutely love. And especially like with my hair color and just everything, I just feel like everything just works so well together this way with this color bringing everything together. And then I love to put some on my eyelids. Like you guys know, I like to do that and kind of give like this monochromatic look. Oh, so cute. I really love this color. Okay, so now let's see, for highlighter, Illuminator, I am going to see what happens if, because I haven't done this yet, but with a super fluffy brush, if I go into my Illuminator, I think I'm gonna go Angel. It's kind of like a very soft wash of like light pink. Oh, that's pretty. So you can see it just kind of gives that lit from within glow. This is without it. Do a little bit more. It feels really nice going on as well because this brush is so fluffy. Now, if you want to punch up the glow, you can use one of our powder illuminators, and I have a few of them down here on the bottom tier because this is my big boy palette. This is the 27, so 27 large tins is what this holds. Or you could put a combination of eyeshadows, you know, the smaller tins. I have some demi up here too, but all my powders I keep all just on one layer, so it if anything happens, you know, I don't get powders like all mixed with my creams. But anyway, so here is my three. This is Photoshop, Starlet, and then that's Glamazing. Glamazing is like a super pow, like gleaming illuminator, so it's a really nice one, but I wanted something a little bit more subtle. So I feel like Starlet is a little more subtle, and Photoshop. So this is going to be actually more like a blush topper. Let's see. Yeah, so you can see like it gives like that beautiful like subtle glow. I'm trying to do different angles so you can see, and then I'm just going in between both of them so it's not so dark pink like a blush topper. It gives a little bit more illumination like a highlighter with the Starlet. Could even put a little bit on the eyes and do a little bit of illumination there. Very pretty. I love that. So this was like super quick with this blend brush. Nice. Okay, so now I'm gonna put on a little bit of lip, and I think I'll stick with the Sandstone, but I always use it with the gloss, so it does lighten up Sandstone for me. And I'm gonna do Sadie. I have to get another one pretty soon. So I love the way the glosses feel on the lip. You can even just leave it this way, and it's kind of like a neutral, like a neutral pink. So I could even leave it like this, or to go into the Sandstone, I'll just take like a couple taps of that, and then very lightly mix it to where it comes up almost like a more sheer, like coral brown, because I wouldn't call this straight coral. But that's what's so nice about these two, is that you can mix them, and you could even go into your pinks and, you know, just literally make like your own colors just by tapping. It's like finger painting. It's really fun. And the formulas feel really good, you know, because I love the glosses. I always use glosses. So they feel really comfortable on the lips. And yeah, that is it. Super quick. I'm going to be doing this, I think, a lot in the summer by using this blend brush. And I was actually very surprised because I saw many people always use this all the time, even for like contour and blush and bronzer. And I was like, I don't know how it would work for bronzer and contour. And it worked really well. Even like putting on my highlighter, I absolutely love this brush. So for anyone that is looking for light coverage, I totally recommend this. You know, so I have been asked more than once about if you could achieve light coverage with the Seint cream makeup, and yes, you can. And especially with this brush, even with the other brushes, you can if you're really buffing it like more thin onto the skin and then like really buffing into the skin, but this is much quicker to achieve that way. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the super quick video of me showcasing the blend brush. And as always, you know, all of my links, everything is down below in the description. I have my link tree there, and has shopping links to shop directly to my Seint webpage, and my color match form is there too. or I'm going to have my text number again up here. It's really easy with the text service. Just text me straight at this number and we'll go about getting your picture for your color match, and I will get you your custom colors and we could get you started on the Seint Cream makeup. So as always, have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening whenever you happen to be watching this, and I will see you again next time.